What's up, guys? Welcome to Field Series Review. Today, we're going to be comparing the SITKA Stratus Jacket with the SITKA Fanatic Jacket. What's the similarities, what's the differences, and which one is right for you? All right, guys, so today we're going to be looking at the two primary jackets in the SITKA Whitetail line for outerwear. We're going to be looking at the SITKA Stratus Jacket and the SITKA Fanatic Jacket. Now, this is probably one of the most highly asked questions that I see online is, should I get the Stratus set or should I get the Fanatic set? And there's a lot of differences between what people say you should get. There's a lot of opinions out there, and there's a lot of situations that would call very much for this jacket and very much for this jacket. So we're going to try to look at those today, see if we can help you guys out. We're going to start with a little bit of housekeeping first. We're just going to go over some of the, not so much of the design. We're not going to get into much of the design difference. The Stratus is a standard design jacket, full zip in the front, 2 hand pockets, a breast pocket. It's got a port for your harness in the back, drawstring at the bottom. The Fanatic Jacket also has a port in the back for your harness. It has a cross zip so that you can have the kangaroo pockets in the front. It has all sorts of bells and whistles as far as where you can store things, grunt tube holders, range finders, all that stuff. It's all super, super cool. SITKA spent a lot of time in developing this jacket, but people want to know one thing and one thing only: which one is going to keep me the warmest for the situation that I'm in. So that's what we're going to be looking at today. We're not going to be discussing the design differences because the Fanatic's going to blow the Stratus out of the water if you start looking at the amount of time spent into designs and what this is for, what's that for, and the science behind it. So the Fanatic's going to win that hands down. But we're looking at what's the similarities, what's the differences, which is going to keep you warmer, and which one is right for you. All right, guys, so we're going to look at some of the housekeeping on the Fanatic Jacket. So the Fanatic Jacket, the outer is a Berber fleece outer, so it's very, very quiet. It does have DWR technology, and it has dual windstopper membrane, so it's going to keep a relative amount of moisture out. It's going to keep all the wind out. Okay, this jacket's going to come in at a whopping 46 ounces for a large. It's a very heavy jacket. This is because it has a lot of Permaloft insulation, which is going to set it aside from the Stratus. You're going to have 120 grams in the torso of the Fanatic Jacket. You're going to be down to about 80 grams of insulation in the arms. This is a full-blown deer hunting jacket. This jacket is designed to be quiet, very warm, windproof, water resistant. It is designed to be your cold weather all-around jacket. Sounds perfect. Sounds exactly like what you need if you're a deer hunter. So why is the Stratus in the debate? Well, let's talk about the Stratus for a second. So the Stratus is going to come in a little bit lighter at 23 ounces. It is 100% windproof. It's a micro fleece outer, not a Berber fleece like the Fanatic. So it's a more smooth jacket. It is very quiet. I hear guys online saying that the Stratus is loud. I've killed at least 2 deer with this jacket on within 15 yards with my bow. No issues whatsoever. This jacket is perfectly quiet. It's also going to come with Gore windstopper, so it's 100% windproof. It has no Permaloft insulation. It has no Berber fleece on the inside. It simply has a micro fleece. This jacket is designed to be your windstopper shell. It's going to come with a removable hood, and it is a no bones about it, no flash kind of deer hunting jacket that a lot of people love because of its versatility. All right, guys, so we've talked a little bit about each jacket, some of the details about them. So we're going to talk, why are people so confused between these two jackets? And I'm going to break it down to one thing and one thing only of why people are confused about which one of these jackets they should get, because they can't get their hands on them. There's very few stores that carry both of these jackets. If you walked into the store and you picked up this jacket and you picked up this jacket, you would go, oh, there's a massive difference. This jacket is almost double the weight of this jacket because of all of the insulation. So this sounds like a really, really heavy, good, windproof deer hunting jacket. Why on earth would someone go to a jacket that's half the weight and still very expensive. It's because it's a very, very lightweight, versatile whitetail shell. It's 100% windproof, does have DWR technology, and whatever you put under the Stratus is gonna be your insulation, and that's how warm you're gonna be. If you wanna rock a t-shirt under the Stratus, you can wear it in the mid to low 50s. You'll be fine. If you wanna gently start layering up, you get into the 40s and you put on a Fanatic hoodie underneath this guy, you're gonna be comfortable. Get down to the 30s, you have your Fanatic hoodie, you put on your Celsius midi, you're gonna be great with that, down into your low 30s and high 20s. It's a very versatile jacket. If you only want one jacket from SITKA, get the Stratus. You can take your old camo, you can layer underneath it. You can take an old Patagonia ski puffy jacket, a Drake jacket, something like that. People can layer those underneath the Stratus, and then they can also just wear a t-shirt under it. So it's very versatile. It's still pretty pricey at $349. Yep, $349. So they're not giving them away, but it's got everything you need to be successful in the whitetail woods. It doesn't 100% break the bank, and it's very versatile. Most of the guys in the Southeast like this jacket. Now, roll over to the Fanatic jacket. The Fanatic, I wanna say, comes in at $449. So you're gonna pay an additional $100 for this jacket right here. Now, think about this for a second. If you bought the Stratus and then you wanted to get the same, maybe the same level of warmth that you're gonna get with the Fanatic, you're gonna need to buy something like a Celsius jacket. Celsius jacket has a lot of permaloft insulation. It's more of a puffy jacket, and it's gonna get you pretty close to the Fanatic as far as warmth. Not all the way there, but pretty close. The Celsius jacket is still $229. So you have to think about which is best for you. Do I want a more versatile jacket? Then I'm gonna have to buy additional jackets to get the same level of warmth. That's gonna be on you. My typical rule of thumb is if you are gonna hunt in the 20s, teens, single digits consistently. I live here in Georgia. I don't hunt in the 20s, but maybe 2 or 3 times a year during deer season. So this would be overkill for me. I have Fanatic hoodie, Celsius midi jacket, and a Stratus, and that's all I need. Gets me down through the 30s. Typically in Georgia, if it's down into the 20s, that means the wind's whipping pretty good and the deer aren't moving anyway. If I'm up north and I'm consistently hunting in the 20s, the teens, the single digits, I'm gonna go with the Fanatic jacket. You guys in Canada, especially Fanatic jacket, you guys may know thinking about the incinerator. So I believe that the main reason that most people aren't really sure which one of these jackets to get is because they haven't laid their hands on them. So just think about this. If you want a heavy late season deer hunting jacket that's windproof, water resistant, lots of insulation, and it's gonna last you forever, go ahead and go with the Fanatic jacket. If you live in more milder temperatures and you're not hunting that much in below the 20s, and you have maybe some old camo, or maybe you have a Celsius midi, or even an Equinox hoodie, go with the Stratus. Stratus is gonna lock in anything you put on underneath it, and it's a great option. All right, guys, we're gonna take a quick look at the Stratus and the Fanatic next to each other. As we look at this angle, you can already see a massive difference between the Fanatic right here and all of its insulation and the Stratus. So let's look at them a little bit closer. You can see the Berber fleece sits here, very quiet, very warm to the touch. Now the Fanatic has the polyester micro fleece outer. It's very soft as well, very quiet as well. Have no issues there. We'll open them up a little bit and you can see we just have a standard micro fleece here. See, it's not very thick. There's no permaloft insulation in here. There's no Berber fleece. It's a micro fleece inner, and it's designed solely to keep whatever you put on underneath it locked in. As we go over to the big boy here, over to the Fanatic, you can see all of the insulation. Almost looks like the fur and the bulkiness of a grizzly bear. You can see all this insulation in here. You can see how thick it is right here. This is designed to give you all this warmth. You can see the Permaloft, a lot of it in here on the torso, and then even on the arms, you still have a fair amount. So that's one of the primary differences. I hope that you guys can like look at this and really see the difference of the Stratus and the Fanatic as far as insulation is gonna go. All right, guys, so I hope this kind of helped clear the air a little bit about the differences between the Stratus Jacket and the Fanatic Jacket. We didn't get into all the designs because that's easy to look at. The Fanatic has all this cool stuff in the front, the cross zip, grunt tube holder, all that good stuff. The Stratus is a more low-key, basic jacket, but it's a great jacket. It's a windproof shell. It's gonna lock anything that you put on underneath it, inside of it. It's gonna come in at $349. Only gonna come in elevated too. You're gonna get the Fanatic Jacket that comes in at $449. You're gonna get the same amount of, you can get the same windproof, water resistant as the Stratus, except for you're gonna get the soft Berber fleece outer, and you're gonna get 120 grams of Permaloft on the chest, and then about 80 grams of insulation down the arms. I will tell you what I do for cold temperatures. I actually combine the best of both worlds. If I'm hunting in the 20s, my system is core lightweight tee, Fanatic hoodie, Celsius midi jacket with a Stratus jacket on top of it. And when we get down into the 20s, maybe the teens, I put a Fanatic vest over top of my Stratus suit. That gives me that 120 grams of insulation. It gives me the Berber fleece, additional wind stopper, and all the cool bells and whistles. I love that setup. So once again, thanks for stopping by. Be sure to like and subscribe. Be sure to hit me up on social media, Facebook, Instagram. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you're running. I hope you guys have a great deer season. Head over to DixieFalco.com and PacificFalco.com. Promo code FSReview for 15% off. And we'll see you guys next time.